Hey guys, Arue here. So as you can see, after reading the title, One Piece fans wouldn't probably like this hot take. This will be my hottest take of the year, so it's up to you to decide whether I'm right or wrong. If you have already read the title, yes, I'm talking about One Piece today. And before I start, I love One Piece. It is one of the first shonen anime that I have enjoyed and still enjoy. But love or hate the anime, One Piece is like probably the biggest anime in the world, bigger than Dragon Balls, Bleach, and Naruto. I mean, at this point, I don't have to prove it because the numbers don't lie. Although yes, there are some mangas that get higher sales than One Piece on some years. For example, now I think Blue Lock is the highest grossing manga this 2023. But majority of the years, One Piece has been consistent. And of course, compared to the other big three shonens, One Piece is still ongoing. So I'll start up by saying my point. The One Piece anime is bad. Yes, I know I'll get a ton of hate from One Piece fans, but I am mainly talking about the anime itself. And I don't have a problem with the manga. So just to explain this, when I was still on 8th grade, my family had a drive full of anime shows. And when we had a vacation, we didn't have a network connection. So I figured that I'd spend some of my time watching anime. So I spent my time watching anime, especially the old ones. And one of them was One Piece. When I was young, I wasn't really very impatient and pacing in anime wasn't a huge problem for me. So One Piece was one of them. One weird major thing that happened was I enjoyed Skypiea, which then I realized in the present that a lot of people doesn't really like the Skypiea arc. They felt like it was a filler arc, so the arc wasn't a fan favorite. But my young self enjoyed it, and that is where I stopped watching One Piece when I was young. After a few years, now I'm on college, I tried to watch One Piece from episode 1 onward, and it was painfully abysmal. Comparing my experience when I was young to now, there is a huge difference on how satisfied I was with the pacing. Now that time is an essence for me, One Piece is just a terrible show to binge. I also want to add that when I binge anime that I really like, I want to fully immerse myself on the lore or in the world building. I don't want to just put it on a background and do work or do anything else while watching the anime. I'd prefer seeing the full scope of it, and that's what I did in the present, and it wasn't fun. So there are 3 arcs I really want to emphasize when talking about how bad the pacing of One Piece is. So the 3 arcs I'm talking about is the Dressrosa arc, Cake Island arc, and finally the third one, which is the filler arcs or the filler episodes. These 3 has a lot of similarities when pursuing fillers, which I'm pretty sure if you are a fan of One Piece, this is like a common norm for the community. One Piece filler arcs tends to have a lot of flashbacks, and this really reminds me of Naruto before it ended. And I hated it during the pacing. I don't get why this is especially prominent when they are in a final battle. It is normal to give the main villain a flashback or a character, but I prefer that it doesn't take for about 4 to 5 episodes for that. I'm probably exaggerating the episode count, but it feels like that. So as much as I love One Piece, I hate a lot of things about it, but that's only in the anime. So after a few years of break, I stopped watching the anime during the pandemic. Then I gave One Piece another chance this year, but knowing how abysmal the pacing is, I tried reading the manga. And boy, it was a different experience. I definitely think people should try, after watching the anime recently, they should try reading the manga, and you can see the difference quite a lot. Even I, who stopped watching after a few years, I can definitely feel how the pacing is way different and how it helped throughout the emotional parts of the manga. And just last week, I caught up with the manga. So I started reading 2 months ago, and I'm just waiting for further chapters. And I do know that the anime tends to have some time constraints for their animators, but I wish they put a lot more resources towards One Piece in the past, especially on the 3 parts I mentioned earlier, especially on Dressrosa arc. I wanted to see the fight being more fluid, not just full of still shots and repetitive frames, because it really ruins the fun. Yes, I know world building in One Piece is one of the most essential part of Oda's master plan, if you call it like that. At the end of the day, it just makes the anime or the manga bloated if every character has been stamped with characterization. I think not every side character needs to have a flashback. They can have a memorable personality just by showing what they currently do. And I think one prime example of this is number 3. He didn't really get a ton of background story, but he had a memorable end for his arc, which made him one of the most quoted characters in One Piece. But yeah, in the end, I am still looking forward for anime because I think the pacing in Wano improved a lot, and I don't know how they get their budget, but every fight has been goated. I mean, Toei wouldn't probably run out of money as of now because of how successful the One Piece franchise is, and after the live action getting a successful debut. So yeah, that's it. I hope you guys like this video, and if you are looking forward for more, please sub. Well, that's it. See you when I see you.